Hey, it's your girl Rena. I am filming this video for you. It's basically foundations for women of color, and I've tried several things, so I kind of want to share with you my experience with different products. Always try before you buy. That's my motto if you've ever seen any of my perfume videos. You really don't want to spend your money on something and not love it or it not really work for you. I have purchased on impulse. I think the most expensive thing I've purchased was from Yves Saint Laurent. I went and one of their makeup consultants did my makeup, or she did put foundation on me. And I don't know, sometimes in the store the lightings are a little different and it's not natural sunlight. So when she put it on me, I was like, oh my God, that's like my skin color. Oh, I want it, and really didn't know how much it cost. And I think I spent like 60 something bucks on a foundation, which is outrageous. That's a lot of money. And then when I got home, I don't know, a day or two later or whatever, and I put it on my skin, it was like ashy. And I'm like, ugh. So if you purchase a product and it's just not working for you, find out their return policy and return that sucker. Don't don't use half of it and then return it. Like after 1 or 2 times, if it just really is not working for you, a lot of these places will actually take it back. Just, you know, from customer service standpoint. But just to go ahead and get into it, one of the foundations that I have is, I wanted to try a drugstore and go the cheaper route. And the only bad thing about that is you don't really get to try the product out before you buy it. You just buy it and it works or it doesn't work. But the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless, this really is not, it's probably the closest one to my color, but I really didn't love the way it looked on my skin. So I've probably worn this once and I have not put it back on because I didn't love it. So I don't know, I may give this another try one day, but right now. Also, another one is MAC. Of course, everyone knows about MAC. I have a couple of their Mineralize foundations. I have dark and deep dark, 2 different seasons. Of course, with women of color, we know that sometimes in the summer we're darker than we are in the wintertime, especially if we're out in the sun. Sun is good vitamin D, so we really should be in the sun. So sometimes it's good to have 2 different shades. MAC is okay. I stuck with the powders versus the foundation, the liquid foundations. And I find that it's okay. It does give you a pretty finish. But I almost find that sometimes stuff still makes it look a little oily, kind of greasy like. So I haven't really worn these in a while. And one thing I will say for you all, with your makeup, be careful, be mindful of like how long you have it. Most makeups, and I'll try to, you're not going to be able to see it on camera. I'll try to see if I can take a picture of it and do a close-up and insert it. But there's always like a little compact on your makeup, and it tells you how long that makeup is good for before they consider it going bad. Now, if it smells bad, it's bad. But like one of my foundations, it says 24M, so 24 months. So it's supposedly good for 24 months, 2 years. So after 2 years, I really should not be using this foundation. You know, pay attention to that because you really don't want to put makeup that's going bad on your face because you don't want makeup to break your face out. But also another powder I have is Bare Minerals Bare Pro. Now I tried Bare Minerals, y'all, and I had initially tried one. It was it's called Faux Tan. It was just like a powder, and it actually was okay. So I went and I got the original foundation, and it was in a loose powder, and I have no idea what I did with it. But I went out one night, and after maybe 2 or 3 hours, I went to the bathroom and I looked at myself and I'm like, oh my God, I look silver, like I'm gray. And I was like, this makeup is like turning gray on my skin. And I hadn't really experienced that before with the MAC. MAC didn't turn me gray. So I was like, So I went to the store, and the makeup consultant was a woman of color, and she said, yeah, sometimes that product does turn you a little gray. And so she got me on this, and she was like, you really should do 2 shades. I have Chai 26 and Nutmeg 24 because women of color we're kind of highlighted in certain areas, and then in certain areas of our skin it tends to be a little darker, almost like we have a natural contour. So she said you really should use 2 different makeups. Well, I mean, you can do that. I felt I wasted my money with this because, I mean, hello, I can put a foundation on and I can highlight with the highlighter. I don't have to purchase another foundation to highlight with. So I don't really think that advice was good, but I almost felt I wasted my money with this because I did try this, the 2 different foundations, and I almost still felt a little tinge of like grayness. So I don't know. I just think with Bare Minerals, I probably won't purchase any more of their foundations unless they really have to wow me. Another brand that is people rave about on YouTube is Lancome. So I went ahead and I purchased this the day that they put it on my face, and I really should have probably worn it a little bit longer. Lancome is fine. This is my color. They matched me at 50 Suede W. But it almost feels a little dark. I think it would be good for the summertime if I'm in the sun, you know, at the pool or whatever, and I get darker. This would probably be really good for me in the summer. This really is a little dark for me. And I tried one color up and it was ashy. So this really would be my color if I stuck with Lancome. In a certain lighting it looks good, but then certain lighting it doesn't. So what I do with this is I mix it. I have Nars Velvet Matte Skin Tint. I can wear this by itself, or I can mix the two to also get a good color. Because this one tends to be a tiny orangey. It's Martinique Medium Dark 3. So this, I wore this quite a bit earlier this year because I wanted a skin tint instead of an actual like foundation. And your skin does feel velvet. It's really pretty when you first put it on. But I also find with this one, you tend to look a little oily. Maybe even a little, I feel sometimes I'm so oily, especially in the summertime, I look greasy. So with this didn't take that away, even though it's a matte finish. It's beautiful at first, but after so many hours, the oil still comes through. So, but these two actually are pretty, they make a pretty color together. But I almost feel that you really shouldn't have to mix your foundations. But especially if you find one that really matches your skin color and you love it. But if you don't and you mix, it's okay to mix. I mean, do what you gotta do to get your color. And the last one I'm gonna talk about is another product from Nars. And Nars is actually a subsidiary of Shiseido. But I have, and I'm surprised because I felt that I needed something to make me matte because my skin is oily. I actually purchased their New Orleans Sheer Glow. And I never thought I would purchase anything that said glow. But I did because I was going to a Christmas party and I had my makeup done at a Nars counter, and the girl used this, and I had her write everything down that she put on my face. But like 5 hours later, I came home and I'm like, oh my God, my skin looks good. I don't look like oily to the point where I look greasy, and I still felt like I had that glow to me. And I'm like, oh my God, this really is good. Even though, you know, I have oily skin, this worked. But Nars, I actually really love Nars. I don't put makeup on every day. I normally just do it for my videos, or if I'm going to brunch or going out. You know, I like to get pretty dolled up and have fun, and look nice. But, you know, sometimes you do have to let your skin breathe. I hope you all found this helpful. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to me, please do. If you want to leave me a comment also, please go ahead and feel free to leave me a comment. Love you. Mwah.